is that?
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. Here we go for round one. Nice punch. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Nice counter shot. Failing to score with that right hook. How about that time counter shot? The crowd has settled into their seats. They are ready to see something special at this amazing venue.
For a fighter walking into a theatre, I think this is the closest thing to fighting in a gym. Because the people are up close. You can hear people talking ringside. You can hear people jeering, saying how good you are, saying how bad you are. You can hear the pressure, the expectation.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to hold that thought. Whoa, Larry Holmes now in some real trouble. No, we don't see a knockdown.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Catch and shoot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Wow.
Let him back into the fight.
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
The courage on display here is incredible. He threw a punch and just got countered. If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take them.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement with left to right, box forward.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Larry Holmes now stumbling backwards. And it appears they weathered the storm. How, I'm not sure.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? There's a counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this.
Yes, I like that round.
There's the bell to start round three. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
punches coming from every angle. Beautiful counter shot. Nice counter. And he did catch him. He caught him clean. Clean as a whistle. They better start respecting each other's punching power. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They exchanged punches. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. No rest for the weary. Punch, counter punch. I'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a... This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bo, ring.
With a bad round.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Good counter punching. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Rest for the weary. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he close you down.
Both men step back for just a moment. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next.
No, listen.
On to the 5th we go. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
The battle royale between two heavyweight bombers. That counter shot lands. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. His stamina is off the charts. Punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Focus. Get your mind back on the job.
Here we go in the 6th round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
He missed with that jab. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. All three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
Dominance, without a doubt, looks...
Round 7, here we go. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty.
Let's see that again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
Well, then look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
One, two, three, four. You still want to fight?
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display.
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
Switching on. You've been coasting this fight, and now you're going to let him get back in.
Round 8, and we're off again. And there's the bell to start the round. Perfect counter shot. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fights like that and you punched him, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you up.
And Larry Holmes goes down. I don't care who you are. When you get caught with a body shot like that, you're going down.
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, two, three, four. You okay?
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up.
It's a lot of swelling. The referee taking a good look at it. Is he going to stop it?
Are you all right? Are you okay?
The referee says they're okay to fight. We'll keep fighting. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Well, it's go back to the drawing board time, a unanimous decision victory.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.